Turkey Talk 201, up in your game. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Turkey Talk. As a prerequisite, you may want to take a step back and check out Turkey Talk 101 on DoD TV. I'm Matt Dre, and you are watching another installment of DoD TV. This segment of DoD TV is brought to you by Cabela's. It's in your nature. You all remember the world-famous, world champion callers, Billy Yargus and Matt VanCise from Turkey Talk 101. Well, they're back! And today they're going to take us on a long beard journey and show us a few more tricks from up their sleeves.
I'd like to share with you some of the more realistic things about calling turkeys. And you have to put feeling into your calling, and you have to get that gobbler to know that you're excited.
To add realism into your turkey calling, the only way I know how to do that is to listen to real turkeys. Both hens and gobblers. Just by listening to what the hens will do when they're talking to gobblers and what the gobblers respond to.
I've talked about it before about how a turkey listens the whole time they're calling. When she's yelping, when she's clucking, when she puts those little cuts into any kind of her yelping, she's all the time listening for that response. When she gets that response, that's where you can really throw some feeling into that calling by exploding into a short run of cutting and then go right into some excited hen yelping. What that's telling that gobbler right there is that you're excited when you heard him. And that's going to get him all wound up, and that's going to get him excited, and hopefully get him to come running right to you.
Good job, buddy.
Those cuts in with the yelps just adds that extra little bit of realism that might convince that gobbler to close that distance.
What that's doing right there is that's telling that turkey, again, how excited you got when you heard him gobble.
The tree call is another very important call to use, especially first thing in the morning. If at all possible, I want to be the first hen that he hears that morning.
I like to try to get that turkey's attention right off the bat. I like to get some soft tree yelps and clucks. Get him to kind of turn his attention toward us.
And I want to give him just enough to keep him interested throughout the morning.
And I've watched hens up in a tree and what they do. And a lot of times they're looking off at that gobbler and they begin to cluck, just doing little clucks, little tree yelps, maybe even a purr once in a while. They're looking for a response, but they're not getting very loud because they just woke up early in the morning.
Their voice isn't fully opened up just as ours isn't when we wake up first thing in the morning. Usually it's got a real nasally sound.
And as long as a turkey can hear that, they may not get any louder. But if they don't get the response they want, what they will do is they'll go from that and maybe go to a little higher pitch and begin to put just lean on that call just a little bit more. They'll begin to call, just raising the volume one more decimal.
It's got that gravelly, raspy sound, kind of almost under the breath. To do that, I just kind of keep my teeth closed and actually my lips for the most part, and just kind of push the air through that, and it helps to make that call a little raspier, realistic sounding.
Move your air over towards the center of that call, and by putting it towards the center of that call, right here where this flipper is, it begins to flutter just a little bit and give you just a little touch of rasp on the end of your yelps. That's when that gobbler a lot of times will he'll gobble, he'll sound right back off to you.
It's very important to learn that stuff. Try to get as good with it as you can. It absolutely might make the difference in your hunt.
I like to be the very first hen to start clucking, maybe purr a little bit up in a tree, do a few little tree yelps, and then the next thing is I'm gonna do a fly down cackle.
Most important thing we need to realize is that we put the level of excitement into it that a turkey does. You almost hear the turkey's wing beats in the call.
And now she's just flown down on the ground, it's his turn. And I'm gonna use a wing to simulate a turkey flying out of the tree.
It's just like clucking or cutting, it's just short, sharp bursts of air. But with a cackle, you want to try to let them almost peek out, get a little bit higher pitches in there, and portray that that turkey is actually flying off their limb. And if you noticed, I added a lot of little soft clucks or wits in there in the beginning. That's you as a hen trying to portray that nervousness, that you're about to fly down and you're not real excited about it, but you're gonna do it anyways.
I did a little bit of tree talk. I did a fly down cackle. I used my wing to simulate the wing beats of a hen. And once I hit the ground, I didn't get real excited, but I did give him a few extra yelps to let him know I'm here, I'm ready, and I'm waiting.
Soft calling is probably one of the most deadly things you can do in the woods.
There's so many different times that they're doing the soft talk that the human ear may not even hear.
On a hunt with Terry Drury, he mentioned that maybe I should start doing some scratching of the leaves and clucks and purrs, which I use all the time, but most generally I wouldn't have done it on a turkey that far away. As soon as we started that turkey broke and worked his way clear up this long ridge, probably 100 yards or better. Absolutely turned my thought process around on using clucks and purrs and the soft calling. Use your hands, scratching the leaves, and do those soft calls on your mouth diaphragm or your slate calls. It can really make a difference in whether or not you harvest that gobbler.
I can almost see those turkeys flying down from their roosts and maybe even the heavens as we speak. All right, everybody, get back out there, get into the woods, and be safe. Always identify your target. If you want to subscribe to more DoD TV, go to the Drury Outdoors YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, and follow us for all our updates.